Rabbi Nachman had a main disciple called Rabbi Natan, Reb Nosson of Breslov. Reb Nosson took over the helm of Breslov Hasidus after Rabbi Nachman passed away in 1810. Reb Nosson himself passed away in 1844. He went through a very difficult life. He came from a wealthy family. That family lost its money in about 1807, 1808, and he became impoverished. And yet, he never gave up hope. Whatever we have is good. He says in the prayers, in the modern prayer, in the Amidah, every day, we say, Al Nisecha Shebechol Yom Imonu, your miracles that are with us every day. He said, take a look at all the miracles. The first thing is you got up, you woke up in the morning, and you got dressed. And look at the miracles that are happening to you throughout the day. Don't make naught of it. Make something. Realize it's miracles that are happening every day. He went through a very rough time. He had a lot of enemies who didn't agree with the Breslov teachings. Later on, they all came, admitted that Reb Nosson was okay. He had a lot of trouble. In 1831, there was an outbreak of cholera in the Ukraine, Poland, the Ukraine. And Reb Nosson's area was very hard hit. And several of his students passed away. Many others died. It was a real plague. Something like the corona that we have today. It was a plague and difficulties. Reb Nosson spent a lot of time writing letters to his son who lived in a nearby city, to his students who lived in faraway cities, to all the Hasidim of Breslov and those who weren't Breslov. He wrote to them, take a look at the miracles that are happening to us today. We are in the midst of a plague, and yet God has compassion. Not all of us have been inflicted. Not all of us have been affected. Not all of us are suffering. And we have to try and try again and strengthen ourselves. We have to take our feelings and pour them out before Hashem, pray to Hashem to help. We have to take every step necessary to protect ourselves. That, yes, we must do that. But we know that we can only rely on Hashem. We can only rely on Hashem. Our mission, if we choose to accept it, is to turn to Hashem and ask Him to intercede with all the plagues that are happening, to take care of them, and to get rid of them, so that everyone from now on, from this moment on, everyone gets better and they all go out to life rather than to the other side. This is what's important. We have to pray for that. If it'll happen, it'll happen. If it won't happen, Hashem knows what He's doing. But Hashem does not want us to suffer. You have to understand that. Reb Nosson, in his Likutei Halachos, asks, how is it possible for a person to pray to pray that he should get better if he's sick? How can he ask Hashem to take away the sickness? Hashem is the one who sent him the sickness. Don't you want to do God's will? God's will is that you should be sick. What do you mean that you're asking Hashem to take away the sickness? And he answers that Hashem doesn't want anyone to suffer. Hashem does not want anyone to suffer. What He wants, what He's looking for, is that we turn to Him. And that's the effect of tefillah, of prayer. We turn to Hashem, and with that, Be'ezah Hashem, we'll have our prayers answered, and Hashem will take away from us the plague.